Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my February reading journal setup. You all seemed to really enjoy my 2024 setup video, so I thought that I would share my February setup with you as well. For February, I always try to do a cute romance or Valentine's Day theme, and this year I decided on a Valentine's Day donut theme. So for the title page, I'm just drawing a heart-shaped donut and writing February in a cute simple font that I found on Pinterest. I wanted to keep the title page fairly simple, so I just stuck to the one donut, and I am obsessed with how this turned out. So now moving on to my month at a glance spread. Every month I use this spread to keep track of book releases, any events I have going on, and the videos that I'm uploading. So for the calendar, I made each day its own little box, and I absolutely love how that looks. And then I drew a mix of regular round donuts and heart-shaped donuts around the calendar, and I love the way that that turned out as well. So while I do this, I thought I'd take the opportunity to ask you all how January went for all of you. Did you read any good books, watch any good shows or movies? I'd love to know. My January was mostly good. I somehow read 15 books, which is absolutely wild. I did get sick at the end of the month, which really sucked and is why this video is going up later than I'd like, but I'm feeling much better now, so that's wonderful. I hope you all had a really lovely January. So what you just saw me do was alternate two of the light pink colors for each day of the week, and then little circles for each day of the month. And I just think those were really cute details that really made the calendar pop in this spread. So for the color scheme, I stuck to the same 3 light pink shades for all of the icing, adding in a darker shade for some of the sprinkles, and obviously the light brown for the actual donut. And as for the donut decorations, I did a fun mix of icing drizzles, heart sprinkles, and regular sprinkles, and I absolutely love how it turned out. They are all just so cute. Although one con for this theme is that all of these donuts look so delicious that it had me really craving donuts the entire time I was working on it. But I just absolutely love how they turned out. I'm gonna have so much fun at looking at this spread all month long and filling out all of the things that I have to do. Moving on to one of my favorite spreads to use, my Days Read, Days Written spread. This is where I keep track of the days I'm reading and writing throughout the month, obviously. It always feels like a little reward to color in a box at the end of the day if I've read or written. So for the spread, I kept it kind of simple with just regular round donuts drawn along the bottom, which I think is so cute. This spread is always difficult for me, not always knowing how to fill up the space at the bottom there, but I think it turned out well this month. Then I just outlined a box for each day of the month. Obviously February is always the shortest month of the year, but at least this year is a leap year, so we do get an extra day. So I also use the same font all throughout the spreads for the titles, and I also use all the same icing designs for the donuts throughout the spreads as well. But these are some of my favorite spreads because I love being able to look back and seeing the patterns of when I read and when I'm writing, and just to see how kind of productive I am with those two things. I absolutely love tracking them. So I absolutely love how this spread turned out. I'm really looking forward to using it throughout the month and coloring in every day that I read or write. I think I'm going to use the palest pink color that I used to color in the squares each day, just because I think that's going to look the best, but I'm super excited to use this spread. Then we have my TBR or to be read spread. I have a lot of books that I want to read this month, which is very ambitious of me since it is the shortest month of the year, but here we are. There are just so many cute romance books that I really want to read. If you want to know more about my TBR, then you can check out my most recent video where I go more in depth on the books that I want to read, so I will link that video down below. But for this spread, I also kept the simple round donuts, and I just drew them along the sides of the pages, and then writing my long TBR list in the middle with the title at the top. I'd love to know what books you're planning on reading this month, so let me know in the comments. I'm super excited to reread some old favorites and to hopefully discover some new ones as well. So I'm doing a fun Dutch door moment for this spread, so I'm cutting around the donuts on the side with a little bit of difficulty. I love doing a Dutch door moment. I did it for the first time last year, and now I almost always do it. They just add such a fun element into my spreads. So again, I'm just coloring each donut with the same color scheme that I'm completely obsessed with. And then in the empty space beside the donuts, I'm drawing in some sprinkles, which I think is so cute, and it really fills up the space nicely. I definitely think this is one of my favorite spreads in this entire month. It is just so fun, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. So I do these next two spreads kind of simultaneously. So on the left we have my to watch spread, and on the right we have my monthly favorites. So I'm just continuing with the same design from the previous spread to make the Dutch door flow really well, and I'm actually obsessed. I've actually already watched a few things on my to watch list. So I watched Spinning Out on Netflix, which is a great figure skating show that was unfortunately cancelled after only one season, but I absolutely loved it. I also finally watched Miss Congeniality for the first time, and I really enjoyed that as well. So every month I track my favorite books, my favorite songs that I'm listening to, and my favorite movie or shows that I've been watching. So I thought this would be a great moment to chat about some of my January favorites. So my favorite book was Roomies by Christina Lauren, and I actually have a vlog coming soon where you'll get to see me read and discuss that book, so look out for that. I actually didn't listen to a lot of individual songs in January. I listened to a lot of vinyl, so a lot of full records, but I really loved Louis Capaldi's song A Cure for Minds Unwell. It came from the deluxe version of his most recent album, and I love it so much. As for movies and TV, I binge watched My Life with the Walter Boys on Netflix, which I enjoyed, but it also wasn't great. I have no idea. My thoughts are so conflicting on it, and I'm honestly confused. I think I loved it. I don't know. I also loved the pro shot of Waitress the Musical. I've been waiting a long time for that one, so I thoroughly enjoyed watching that. It's one of my favorite musicals. And also the new Percy Jackson show on Disney Plus. That one was really great as well. I'm not the biggest fan of the books. I like them, but I'm not obsessed with them. But I was actually really looking forward to the show, and I think that it was done really well. I can't really speak on all the changes that they made from the book because I just don't remember it that well, but I absolutely adored the cast. They are adorable, and it was just a really fun show to watch every single week, and I actually think I'm going to watch it start to finish soon, just all in one go, which I think will be a lot of fun. So I love how these spreads turned out. I'm really excited to fill them out, so I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of me filling out this spread with just some nice music in the background, and I will come back to talk to you in a second. So then we have my books read spread. I gave myself a full spread this month. I don't know if I'll actually be able to read enough books to warrant a full spread, but with the size of my TBR and how much I read in January, I figured better safe than sorry. So I did a similar design to the Days Read, Days Written spread, and just have the round donuts floating across the bottom of the page. I wanted them to take up room to fill up the space, but not be too overpowering or in the way, in case I do end up reading a lot of books. But I think it turned out really great. It's simple and it's cute and it's just a lot of fun. And lastly, we have my writing goals spread. So I didn't do that great on my writing goals in January, especially since I ended up being sick for like the last week. So I had to carry one over, which is to finish the ending rewrite of Wimtim. It's not a full rewrite, I'm just kind of adding a lot of things in, reworking things a little bit, but I need to finish that. But I also have some early Camp NaNoWriMo prep goals on here too for my next project. I hope to film a writing vlog about that soon, so look out for that. But I did a similar design to the last spread, but just smaller donuts to fit the page better. So here is the final flip through of my February spreads. I absolutely adore it and love how they turned out, so I hope you love them too. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!